Today I want to be honest, though I'm not sure if people will criticize me for it. I think many older leftover women, myself included, might have some kind of problem. Take me, for example. I went on a blind date today, and the guy I met was great in every way. His looks were fine, appearance doesn't matter much to me. His height was normal, his income stable, and his life situation was exactly what you'd expect from an ordinary, decent man. People often say it's rare to meet a normal guy in the blind date market, but from my limited experience, most men I've met have been pretty normal. Maybe I've been lucky, or maybe my definition of ordinary is different. But here's the strange part. After the date, I came home happy. Then the matchmaker messaged me. "What do you think of him?" I froze. I didn't dare answer right away. My first thought was, if I say he's pretty good, that will somehow tie me to him. But I also couldn't find anything wrong with him. That's when I realized, I know exactly what I don't want, but I'm unclear on what I do want. Maybe the men I meet have clear goals, but I don't. Maybe that's why I've stayed single so long, because I've never had a clear plan to stop being single. When someone approaches me, they fall into two categories. 1, definitely not the partner I want. 2, I'm not sure if he's the one I want, but he's definitely not someone I don't want. In the second case, I still can't identify anything that makes me want to choose him. So I delay, overthink, or find excuses to reject him. I'm afraid to even say, he's fine, in case it feels like I'm committing too soon. That's why I think men, whether older or younger, who are serious about marriage should avoid dating leftover women like me. I may seem normal, but I still don't know what I truly want. It's not about virtue or loyalty. My long-term singleness isn't a noble choice. The simplest explanation is, maybe there's something wrong with me.
For women who reach 35 and are still unmarried, it may be time to stop considering marriage as a life goal. In reality, the last train for marriage is usually no later than 35, and even that's assuming you have good income, looks, and family background. Under those favorable conditions, you might stretch your chances to 35, but beyond that, marriage is unlikely to add real value to your life. This doesn't mean marriage after 35 is impossible, but the benefits it can bring, emotional, financial, or social, become very limited. At that stage, whether you like it or not, you are left with only one realistic path, the road of an independent woman. Your focus should shift fully to building your career, making money, and securing your future. If you earn enough, you can use technology and modern options to have a child. If not, you should prepare financially for your later years. Buy what you need, save what you can, so you're not left vulnerable in old age. The real fear is reaching old age and realizing you have neither a successful marriage nor financial security. No children, no savings. Whether life turns out well or not at that point depends largely on luck. A blogger I follow put this quite bluntly. Harsh as it sounds, I believe they're right. I lived in Beijing for 8 years and saw firsthand how brutally realistic the marriage and dating scene is in large cities. At 28, after carefully evaluating my own situation, I realized my chances of meeting my ideal partner were very slim, not impossible but unlikely. So that year I made what many saw as a crazy decision. I secretly had a child out of wedlock without telling my parents. Over time I saw many friends and followers grow older without meeting the right person. They wanted children but felt conflicted. Watching them only reinforced my belief that my decision, while unconventional, was the right one. After having my child, I let go of my attachment to marriage and romance. I devoted myself to raising my child and earning money. Life became lighter and freer. My advice to women: in the marriage market, age is hard currency. If you want a traditional path, plan early. Know the kind of partner you want, where to find them, and don't delay marriage and childbirth. If you choose independence, prepare for the challenges ahead and understand that strength can make it harder to find an equally strong partner. Plan early, live honestly, and most importantly, secure your own future.
This is my aunt. She's in her 40s, unmarried, and her life is incredibly lonely. With no husband or children, she spends her days sitting on the sofa, playing with her cat. Meals are always alone, so she often treats herself to big dinners outside. She lives by herself in a spacious 120 square meter apartment, but every night the silence feels so heavy she makes strange noises just to fill it. To escape the emptiness, she's always traveling, alone. Sonia, Guizhou, the Northeast, Korea, Beijing, everywhere she goes, it's just her. She doesn't even have someone to drive her. Her Audi sits unused while she rides her motorbike by herself. It's so lonely that there isn't even anyone to argue with. Watching her like this, I can't help but think, ladies, if you're still single, don't wait too long. Marry while you can, so you don't end up like her, with only travel photos and a cat for company.
Even though I'm 37 and still single, it's not like I don't go on dates. I do, just none of the men I've met so far have been right for me. I remember one guy in particular. He was a year younger than me, and we met offline by chance. The very next day, he asked me out. I agreed, and we decided on a Western restaurant. When we sat down, I told him I wouldn't be ordering and that he should choose the dishes. I wanted to see his taste and how he handled the situation. To my surprise, he ordered only 2 dishes, a grilled steak and a risotto. When the waiter asked about drinks, he offered me a cocktail. I declined, so he ordered one for himself, then later ordered another. So, in total, between the two of us, there were just 2 dishes and his drinks on the table. I was stunned. I asked him why he ordered so little. His answer? He thought the restaurant's portions would be large. Sure, Western restaurants aren't cheap, but come on, this felt unnecessarily stingy. I even asked him directly, "Are you a generous person?" He said yes, but his actions proved otherwise. It was such a turn-off. To make matters worse, it was raining that day, and he didn't even bring an umbrella. Luckily, I had one, because the rain later turned heavy. Without it, we would have been soaked. So no, it's not that there aren't any men out there. It's that some are just too stingy, too unprepared, and not the kind of partner I'd ever want. Dating at this age is already hard enough. Meeting someone like that just makes you appreciate your own independence even more.